Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to be bringing you this cute little hippo ornament. I am making this for my granddaughter who also loves The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I'm going to be using my handmade Mod Podge. It's just 2 cups of either all-purpose or school glue from Elmer's and a half a cup of water. If it's too thick, add more water. If it's too thin, add more glue. Now, I got my graphic off of a Facebook group that has free graphics. And what I did was I downloaded it to my phone, and then I uploaded it to Cricut Design Space. And then I put a circle shape on top of it and sliced it so that it was round, and it was 2.25 inches in diameter, so that it would fit on this little wooden ornament that I got from Michael's a few years ago. It's a pack of, I think, like 50 or something like that. They are kind of small. I think they're not quite 3 inches, or maybe they are 3 inches. I'm not sure. They might be 2.5 inches. But anyway, so I've had them for a little while. They're wooden, and I'm just dabbing off the excess Mod Podge and pushing my graphic down. Now, all I did was print the graphic. I did a print and cut on my Cricut. I printed it on my inkjet printer, and I did not put anything on top of my graphic at all. I didn't seal it in or anything. I did nothing to it. I just took it straight off of my Cricut and then put the Mod Podge on it and put it on my ornament. Now, I did print it one day, and then I printed it several days ago, and I'm just doing the ornament today. So, I mean, you might want to wait a few days after you print it to actually use it. And I did dry it with my heat gun because I am filming. You can just let it air dry. And I'm going to take this metallic blue paint that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to take this angled brush, and I'm just going to go around the edge of the paper. And yes, I did just use regular copy paper for my graphic. Now, I am making 3 of these. It was 3 different little hippos, but I'm only going to show you one because you do them all the same way. So I'm going around the edge of my graphic first to kind of get that paint down in the edge. And then I'm just going to take the brush and then go in from the from the inside to the edge. And I do want little brush strokes, feathery strokes in the paint around my graphic, so it's actually a little bit on the graphic itself. But I did want to go around the edge there so that kind of you don't see any of the white or anything like that. Because if you don't get that, you can end up seeing some white on the edge of the paper. So I do that first, and then I kind of feather it out with my brush after that. But yeah, I didn't realize there were Facebook groups on, of course, on Facebook that have free graphics. So these people make them up, and I think they use AI to do it, and then they put them out there, and then you can download them and use them however you want. So if graphics are your thing, you might want to check that out. There's more than one site, I believe, that does that. And again, I'm just going to dry the paint with my heat gun. If, you know, if I wasn't filming or anything like that, I would probably just let it air dry. The acrylic paint dries pretty quickly. And of course, the air from the heat gun was just pushing that little ornament all over my Teflon sheet. Gonna zoom you in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Now I'm just gonna take my UV resin. Now I am not using gloves, and the reason being is, I mean, of course you should wear PPE, your gloves and all that, is, you know, I'm not touching any of this resin whatsoever. I'm just squeezing my bottle, and then as you'll see, I'll be taking my craft stick and leveling it out. So I don't touch this with my fingers at all. And I find that the gloves that I have that are mediums, I need to get some smalls. They're just, the ends of the fingers stick out so much, it's just so hard to do things sometimes. But like I said, I'm not touching the resin at all. But do as I say and not as I do, so make sure you wear gloves. And now I'm just taking my stick, I'm kind of leveling out the resin, making sure that any of the spots that don't have resin on it, that I make sure the resin is in it. I want it all over the front of this ornament. I want all of the spots covered, so if there's any open spots, you need to cover it up with the resin. Once I get that done, then I'm going to take my little lighter here and I'm going to pop any bubbles that have come up to the surface. And then I'm just going to take my toothpick in that little area right there. It looked like there was something kind of hanging off, but I didn't get anything off, so I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just some extra paint or something. Anyway, I'm going to put my ornament under my UV light for 2 minutes. And once that is up, it is cured and ready to be decorated. Isn't he cute? My granddaughter's going to love it because she loves hippos. So I'm going to take my art glitter glue and I'm going to put it around the outside edge of my paper there. And then I have these little gems, just little plastic gems, and I am going to start adding them around there. So I just have this little, I don't know if it's chalk or wax, or maybe it's chalk and wax, I don't know. Anyway, this little pencil to help me pick up the gems and put it on the ornament. And these are pretty big gems. I couldn't tell you the size of it because it doesn't have it on the package. Just going to speed this up. There's the package. So I picked 3 different ones for each. I picked 3 different ones and I used one for each of the ornaments, and you'll see that in a little bit. So this was pretty straightforward little ornament project here. I had made my granddaughter 3 of the Nightmare Before Christmas ornaments, and so I have 3 of these hippo ornaments, so that'll give her a total of 6. But these are smaller ornaments than the Nightmare Before Christmas ones. And I just have some grosgrain ribbon. It's kind of thinnish, probably 1/4 of an inch. And I am going to fold it in half and then put the ends through the back of the ornament to the front, and then put the ends in the loop and just pull it. And then I'm going to take the 2 ends there, put them together, and then tie a knot. Now I couldn't seem to get both of the ends in through the loop there. Just couldn't find the other end, so I had to start over. And then just tie that knot and get it close to the ends. So I'm going to take my Teflon sheet off, and then you'll see my leveling table with the mat on it. And there's our ornament, the one I made in the video. And then here's another one. This was the first one I made. And then this one is, okay, I'm going to back it out so you can see them all. This one was the second one I made. So the one in the middle was the third one I made, and it's the one I made on the video. But aren't they cute? With their little Santa hats, little baby hippos. Did y'all see the little baby hippo that's on Facebook? They were posting videos of that little thing right and left there for a while. But anyway, here's the one I made in the video. You'll have to let me know what you think of these little ornaments. Like I said, I've got them off of Facebook from a free, you can download them for free. But they're so cute. I think she'll love them. So again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, think about doing so. I do 3 videos and 4 shorts each week. See you later.